is the best diet for depression and anxiety? Well, it depends on who you ask. Dr. Brooke here, Cook with Dr. Brooke, if you want to learn more about the connection between nutrition and mental health. So if you go out there looking into what diet might be best supportive of your mental health, you can find a lot of conflicting data. You can find studies that show any given diet is good for your mental health. You can also find studies that show those exact same diets might be bad for your mental health. So then it starts to get really confusing and you don't know who to believe. What is the biggest study out there? Not necessarily the most scientifically rigorous, but what is the biggest one, the largest sample size? We end up finding the SUN trial. The SUN cohort is the largest study ever conducted that tries to look at any connection between dietary intake and mental health. In the SUN cohort, thousands of participants over many years have been reporting their diet, and it has been shown that folks who eat a more Mediterranean style diet have lower rates of depression than those who ate in a less Mediterranean way. And remember, Mediterranean diet doesn't necessarily mean that it's only Mediterranean food. It's not just falafels and gyros and whatever comes to mind when you think of Mediterranean food. It can be food from any region as long as it is following the principles of lots of whole grains, lots of healthy fats, lots of fresh produce, and less, though not necessarily zero, but minimizing amounts of red meat, processed foods, and like really sugary sweets. Now, you might be saying, this sounds like an observational study. Maybe there's nothing to it, but there have been some smaller randomized control trials trying to parse out if there is more of a causal link between the Mediterranean diet and mental health outcomes. So give this a like if you want to hear more about some of those other studies that try to look at this Mediterranean diet depression correlation with a little bit more scrutiny. If you're working on your mental health and wanting to know what to do nutritionally, the first place to start would be to eat in a more Mediterranean style way. Now, you got this. I believe in you.